Hello there. Welcome to the stream that belongs to me, Red Deer. My name is Red Deer. Yo, hey, hello everybody. Sorry for the late start today. I only got home like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, I was on the road. Went to out of townsburg. Out of townsburg. How you been? We're gonna hop right into it. Calais to Birmingham, Great Britain. Let's go. Wait, hold on. I need to make an adjustment. Have you guys heard this?
And now, the end is near. It's so I face.
It's Frank Sinatra, My Way, performed by Toad.
My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway and more.
I don't think I have to worry about the MCA.
More than this.
I guess it doesn't belong to the poster either.
Highway. Regrets. I've had a few. But
Pretty
then
nice, huh?
again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do.
Alright, that's enough. Let's get to the... So I had to change the game. I'm not feeling too great. A little bit of medication. Still... Oh... Kicking my ass. Can't sleep. I got this terrible floating feeling, you know how it is. As soon as I got home, I took some sleeping meds and I'm like, shit, I gotta stream. I forgot what day it was. It was Friday, and it's like it's like an old bottle of a very old bottle. So I took as soon as I got home, I took my medicine. I took the shower. It's like these should already be kicking in, so I don't think they're gonna kick in. Alright, I'm lying. There is no sleeping medication. I traveled out of town to see another baseball game. I tried a new drink. I drank less than we all drank less than we normally would. Because, you know, we were out of town. It wasn't my turn to drive, so I drank. So I tried this new drink, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a smaller can. There's less alcohol in this one. It's like, no. Nuh-uh. That's not how that works. This is an IPA, my dude. There's more alcohol in IPAs. So then I drank that. It's like, yeah. I guess in a way that is a sleeping medicine, isn't it? Oh, and I just figured it's like as soon as I got out of the shower, it's like, nope. I'm not playing Half-Life like this, because that was what was originally scheduled tonight. It's like, oh, you know, it would be funny if I play Euro Truck Sim instead. Do you think this? I think I might have to like the private the VOD, not because I'm all blurb, but because I played some Toad Sinatra. But it should be fine. Because even though it doesn't belong to me, it doesn't belong to the original poster either. It's AI, it's open source. That belongs to the people who own stuff that he stole from. Oh, but it belongs to Nintendo. Yeah, that might be a problem. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like close. Oh, stop right here. All our pallies. There we go. Now I can hear. Now you can hear how good I sound. Oops. There we go. Yeah, again, I'm very sorry for the late start. Some things are outside of your control, you know? It's just the way things are. I really do appreciate still being able to spend so much time with my family, even at my age. Because I realize that it's harder to do as you get older. You know, for the most part, my family's most of my family members are pleasant people, I would say. Only person I wouldn't really consider pleasant is my mother, but you know, nothing you can do about that. You know, a lot of the times it feels like you don't really know what kind of person you're gonna get when you wake up in the morning and she's around. She might be in a very bad mood and she'll ruin your day. She'll go out of her way to ruin your day. That's just the way she is. You know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna spend all my time complaining about it. Not really anything I can do. You know, sometimes she's a pleasant person to be around. Not always crabby. Life wasn't very nice to her. Only just started to learn how to, you know, come to terms with that. Better late than never, I say. Yeah, better late than never. Huh? Fuck. Driving on the wrong side of the road again. I'm fine. It's just like there's just no way I could play Half-Life right now. There are a lot of games I haven't played for a while. Just kind of playing whatever tickles my fancy at the moment, as they say. Kind of making things up as I go along. You know how it is. You've been here long. You guys have been here long enough. And to you guys who are just tuning in, I'm very sorry. First of all, I'm very sorry I'm late today. Went out of town to watch Spaceball in hopes that we finally will see somebody who'll win. Didn't happen. But I got a cool new hat. Hey, Rudier, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you again. How have you been? Yeah, I'm very late today. I just, yeah. I was out of town. Only got back home like 30 minutes ago. No, it's been more than 30 minutes now. Not very well, I got a cold. Oh, that sucks, man. Colds suck. Big time. Yeah, get plenty of rest. Hope you get better. Hey. Yeah, drink plenty of fluids. Take your medicine. Get plenty of rest. You'll be over the cold in no time. Yeah. I mean, you're just like, things are gonna suck. But that's kind of how things are like in general, you know? You know what I mean? Things sometimes suck, but then they'll get better. You just gotta ride out the suck. Yeah, and if you need to take a nap, you go right ahead, man. I won't take any offense to it. Having a cold really sucks. I remember the last time I had a cold, I had like, it probably wasn't really a cold, just I had body aches. I just got back from a pumpkin patch years ago, when I was still in college. Couldn't eat anything, throat hurt. The only thing, I couldn't even get out of bed in the morning. The only thing I could do was, what I learned, I did what I learned from another voice actor, James Arnold Taylor. When he had the cold, what he did, he had to get some chicken broth, and he would heat it on the stove, and he would drink that, because that was the only, I think it was like the only thing he could eat. Only thing he could drink. And then it still felt fulfilling, like he had a meal. So I did that. And so I would have like, whenever I couldn't, the cure to all illness, chicken soup. Yeah, damn straight, man. Damn straight. And chicken broth. Or some chicken soup. If you can't eat the chunks and it hurts your throat, you just drink the broth. It tastes really damn good when you have a cold. It helps. And you know, yeah, dropping in to say hey real quick before I head to sleep. Hope the stream goes well. Have fun trucking. Oh, thank you very much, Foley23. That's really cool of you. Yeah, good. Have a great night, man. Thanks for coming by. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool of you. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, because it's about... Flu season was back in November, but yeah, right now it's cold season. And allergy season. Really sucks. Oh man, the shadow casted from my headlights to the left here. I don't know if you can see it. It's really tripping me out. Driving on this side of the road is still tripping me out. You'd think I'd get used to it by now, but you'd be wrong. Oh man, I just missed it. There we go. Wonder how long before I get to go to Germany. Or like Austria. Or Switzerland. I think the next sale I'm gonna get Scandinavia. It's Poland, Sweden, and Finland. I know Poland's not Scandinavian, but that's part of the pack. It's safe to drive in the side, especially when you're slow. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, missed my turn. Hold on. Nope. We're not doing this again. Oh. You don't gotta be that way. Everything's fine. I'm not adding 12 hours to my trip just because I missed my exit. That guy, he's got a death wish. Suicidal. He's daring me. He's like, take me. I don't want this life anymore. It's like, sorry, sir, you gotta live. That's your punishment. And I'm not the Reaper. I'm just a guy who's not really paying attention to where he's going. Fortunately, that kind of people do exist in real life. Yeah. Like, oops, I missed my turn. Everybody's gotta stop for me. I'm the most important person on the planet. Nothing else exists. I'm gonna top off my tank at the next rest stop here. Right here. There we go. Do I have to stop at this one specifically? Jesus. $1.81 for diesel. Do they do repairs here? I wonder if they do repairs here. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. No, they don't do repairs here. Petro. Vote for Petro. Alright. Back on road. But to think about it, last Monday I saw a car accident. It was in Y Junction. There was in a Y Junction. There's a car speeding up for the straight road, while on the left side there's also scooters with high speed. Oh no. Those never end well for the scooter. That does remind me of what I learned about the cyber truck. So they advertised themselves as indestructible, but then there was like a massive recall for all of them because of a pedal malfunction. See, despite their cost, there's this cheap plastic cover for the pedals. Well, it would slide off, and it would get stuck, and the driver they'd be stuck going high speeds. They wouldn't be able to stop. Well, anyway, what I wanted to bring up is that their panels are like a stainless steel, and they talk about how they're indestructible. So what ends up happening is when you get into an accident, well, the truck will be fine. But as we know in physics, when you get into a T-bone accident, that energy transfer has to go somewhere. So what ends up happening is that it goes to the people in the car. Yeah. Terrible, terrible case of whiplash you'll get, that's for sure. And maybe like broken ribs or anything or something like that. You know, nothing major. Maybe even a lacerated spleen. But I heard from the Vegas Golden Knights that it's a very quick injury to recover from. And I guess fancy car always have a safety problem. No, it's not just it's only the Tesla cars. They're overpriced and poorly manufactured. The whole electric car thing starting to lose its novelty, especially now that real car manufacturers are starting to produce them. Only people who have drunk the Kool-Aid, as they say, still buy Teslas. Everyone else buys a real electric car. Half the cost, double the luxury. Maybe a quarter of the safety hazards. But, you know, what do I know? I'm a virtual Deere on the internet who drank an IPA a little too fast. Still feeling the after effects of alcohol. Driving a truck. Still remember Robert Atkinson said that electric cars aren't very eco-friendly simply because of the use of the lithium battery. Oh, yes. See what happens? Shit. If you can't get out of any difficult situation, you may use towing service. Shit. Alright, hold on. Hold that thought. I need a tow. Man. Yeah, what happens is the lithium battery factories, well, they produce about as much pollution as just using regular old petrol gasoline. So all that really happens is that you're just taking the pollution and moving it someplace else. You're not getting rid of it at all. Not only that, but Volvo truck dealer discovered. Nice. What ends up happening is that those power stations, they create a great amount of strain on the electric grid. So you end up using more power. And power is a finite energy source. It's a finite resource, I mean. You know what has to happen? In order for cities to produce enough power for everybody to have, they gotta bust out the old coal facilities. Like the safest way to solve it is to follow Japan's public transportation? I agree. Makes Japan less reliant on vehicles. Also makes you walk a lot. I agree. Japan invested heavily on making sure everybody was able to get back to work without having to get a car. You could just walk to the bus station or a train station or a subway station. You'd get to where you needed to go. And everything was designed around the idea of people walking around, running around. Cars, well, they were almost an afterthought. I feel like that's the way everybody should have made their roads. But here in the United States, you get getting stuck on highway traffic is very common, especially during rush hour when you want to get home. And then the highway system was perfect when they were designed in the 50s or the 60s, when there were fewer cars on the road, because there were fewer people. But now there's a whole bunch of people. But then roads can't expand at the same rate as people. So then what ends up happening is that there are too many damn people on the road. Not enough road for them to occupy. Please don't roll over again. Okay, thank God. Didn't roll over. Everything's so fucking tiny in Europe. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't understand. So, fortunately we're 100 years too late, especially Indonesia. The demand to flex forcing people to buy cars without having garages, it irritates me because their cars blocking public roads. It's just, you have these massive cars and people don't know how to drive them and then act like they're the only people on the planet. I mean, the only reason why any country like the United States would invest heavily on making people get cars is because it moves the cost onto the consumer and away from public services or like the government. But what ends up happening is that productivity sinks because nobody can get to work. How are you supposed to get to work if you can't get there? If you can't get to where you work? I'm lucky enough that my workplace is only like hopping and skipping away, but I still need to drive. That does remind me, the other day I was picking up a pizza. It's where we were doing carry out at Domino's. So we were pulling out, my brother and I, we were pulling out of the driveway to get onto the road, but there was this like I can't remember what kind, it was like a company truck. It was like parked. He was just parked in front of the stop sign. Wasn't turning. He was just sitting there on his fucking phone like a dumbass. And so I tried to get around him because my car is still, like, my car is pretty small. But then he decides, I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. And so he pulls in front of me. I almost run into him. And he's just like this fucking jackass. And so I honk. And he just zooms. He was out of there fast. Not his truck. Fuck you, stupid police officer. Man. There were all kinds of people that almost ran me over while I was picking up a pizza. Next time I'm just gonna next time we get Domino's, I'm just gonna tell my brothers, let the delivery driver deal with this traffic. I don't want to do it. But what's irritating is that the closest Domino's to me doesn't deliver to my house. We're too far away. So if we want a Domino's pizza, we have to go get it ourselves. Really stupid. You know, I just realized something. I'm an hour and 13 minutes away from my destination. Whoa, 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 I take my eye off the road. Whoa, what the fuck? I take my eyes off the road for a second. And all of a sudden I'm in the ditch. Now, which way am I going? Alright, so I need to deliver this by 6:23 today. Please, please, please don't come. There we go. I need to pick up the pace. Just in case I get into another accident. I guess eyes to the road is really thought of something. Like, no, I need to keep my eyes on the road. That's for damn sure. I look away for 10 seconds. And I'm in the ditch. This is how people die. Oh, and then another great thing is that trucks in the United States are not only expensive, but they're becoming a lot more common. And they're becoming bigger and bigger and heavier because it's not regulated. So guess what skyrockets alongside the increasing sizes of trucks? That's right. Pedestrian deaths. The skill of the average driver drops alongside the average size of a truck, alongside of the amount of people who own trucks, and alongside it is pedestrian deaths. And why is that? Why do you suppose that is? And another thing is, when the trucks are bigger, the headlights have to be pointed in a certain direction in order for people to be able to see the road. So what ends up happening is that trucks, and I'm talking like big ol' F-150s, Silverados, Durangos, that stupid shit, that crap. What ends up happening is that the headlights point directly into people's faces if they're driving anything even remotely smaller. So then the truck blinds you if it's behind you or in front of you. Isn't it fun being blinded by a truck when you're trying to drive in the middle of the night? You don't think that's fun? You know, we all need a little bit of thrill in our lives, don't you think? Alright, I'm gonna get my 8 hours. I don't care if this is late. No. I don't need my 8 hours of sleep. I can do this. My sleep meter is filling up, but I don't need to sleep. This is due in 3 hours. I need to get there. Otherwise, I'll take a payment penalty. And that is unacceptable. Oh, there's a sunroof. Oh. I think one of the biggest reasons why people buy trucks because it makes you look tough, because it has a high cap so you cannot see pedestrians crossing the road. Yes. And another thing that's popular to say is that they are definitely compensating for something. They're compensating for their massive insecurity and their tiny penis. Their micro penis. They think no one will notice they have a micro penis if they drive a big ass truck and drive like a jackass. They take pride in spending over $1,000 a month on gasoline, getting 5 gallons, getting 5 miles to the gallon. It's all worth it, because everyone thinks you're an alpha. God damn it. God damn it. I didn't know that was a cop. I forget the cops look like that here. Is he gonna bust me for speeding again? Yeah, LOL. Laugh out loud. It was pretty funny. Because I forget that cops look like that in Europe. Or at least here in, where am I? Britain? Britain. Shit. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault. Okay, this is my car now. Oops. Yield sign, nobody lays those. Everybody treats that sign like it doesn't exist. Yield sign is only a stop sign if somebody's in the way. But if there's nobody there, you don't have to stop. But nobody ever stops. Nobody ever stops. It's just like that in the US. No, come on. I'm right there, man. I'm right there. This isn't even my truck, bro. This isn't even my truck, dude. There we go. I'm in a hurry. I want to get to the next job so I can get out of this silly truck. Reasonable. I would say that's pretty reasonable. Yeah. Pretty damn reasonable. It's a lot harder to level up in this game than it is in American Truck Simulator. Maybe it's because I keep getting into accidents. Roads are very difficult to drive in this part of the world. Can I go somewhere else? I'm getting tired of driving there. I'm getting really tired of driving in the boat. Maybe because of the realistic salary? Yes. Yes, that too. Soy milk. I'm lactose intolerant, so I only drink soy milk. Fine. People need their soy milk. Oh, that was my neck. Hold on, I'm gonna get something. I have some crackers. I'm gonna eat some crackers. I need some salty stuff. I'm not gonna like munch into the microphone. I think that's kind of weird. I take a quick break here. I had some Ritz crackers. I just need something salty. I'm gonna need the microphone. Just gonna eat. Most people in America is either lactose intolerant or have problem with gluten, like a genuine gluten. Now, some people, only like a handful of people, they really do have a problem with gluten. Like genuinely have a problem with gluten. Like their stomach will not process gluten. It refuses to. But then there's like a majority of people, like 90% of them, or like let's say 99% of people who say, "Oh, I have a gluten allergy," they're only riding the hype train of gluten allergies. They don't have a gluten allergy. They've just chosen to not do it. They're just trendy. And so they ruin it for everybody. And then a bunch of companies like, "Oh yeah, nope. There's no gluten in this product." And so somebody with a genuine gluten allergy, they say, "Okay, this is gluten-free." And they take a bite of it and they're like, "Yeah, no." They have like extreme stomach pain. They're like, "Yeah, no. There's gluten in this." It's just no, man. And then lactose intolerance. I had a friend. She was lactose intolerant. She is like, "Yeah, I can't eat dairy products." And then she took a bite of cheese pizza, and I'm like, "Dude, you're lactose intolerant. You can't have that." And she's like, "Yeah, I know, but I know the risk. I'm gonna have my cheese pizza." It's like because lactose intolerance, that's not gonna kill you. It's gonna make you very uncomfortable, but you know the risks. At least that's what she taught me. I'm not lactose intolerant, thankfully. But then gluten, it's like some people have that as a genuine allergy, but then a mass majority of Americans that say they do it, it's only because they want to fit into some group. They don't have a real gluten allergy. They're ruining it for the people who really do. Well, anyway, that's enough ranting. I've been ranting all night. I'm gonna have my crackers now. All right. I only had like maybe 3 or 4. I think that's good enough for me right now. Right, let's stay in France. We will be delivering post packages. Oh. Wait, what? When did I sign on to this? Oh yeah, soy milk. I made the joke and now it's all coming back to me. Whoa. Oops. I forgot. So now we're on the wrong side of the truck. At least to my limited American perspective. Everything else seems to be the same. Oh. Well, that's not good. These trucks are so much better at maneuvering things. Than the American trucks. Now I got a bunch of soy milk. It's also a great... No problem? Alright, cool. Yeah. Sometimes I got my pet peeves. Some people hopping on trends and ruining things for everyone. I don't like that. I think that's stupid. So selfish. There are better ways to get attention, man. Better ways. My brain feels like it's on backwards whenever I drive on this side of the road. So far so good? Yeah, so far so good. Until I get to the first roundabout. Well, then we'll see how good this trip will be. Alright, here we come. Might wanna... Okay, I'm gonna slow down. There we go. Nope, too fast. Alright. Nobody's coming. Oh. There we go. Right, this lane. There we go. Alright. Yeah. So I want to get off on this side? Or did I... Did I... No, I'm good. I'm good. This guy wants to race me. Guess what, pal? I got a turbo in my engine. But I like to top off at the first gas station. So you get lucky, pal. You got really lucky. Oh, what is the mirror called in English? Side view mirror. Like the one to my right is a side view mirror. And then usually the one it's not used in trucks like this, but there's usually a mirror like right here. Right in the middle where the driver can see. Usually it's on the windshield. That's a rear view mirror. But truck usually only have that on cars that can see behind it, and well, as you can see, there's a bed there. So if I want to, in a truck like this, if I want to see behind me, I gotta do this. That's pretty much all I got. Let's see. Yeah. So this is the side view mirror, and the one over there is a side view mirror too. That's your lesson for the day. Glad I could be of assistance. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. There we go. Now this truck's not very fast. Move over another. There we go. It's kind of dangerous though. Imagine you have to poke your head out from the window. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. But you'd have to like really know what you're doing. You'd have to have a really good reason to poke your head out the window like that. Like right now, I'm not too sure if there's somebody behind me, because there's only so much my mirror can tell me. So I gotta stick my head out like this to make sure there's nobody there. I am carrying around 25 tons of soy milk. And that's not taking into consideration the weight of the truck by itself. So that if I do this, and I sideswipe a tree, it catches my head, well, we're looking at a Final Destination type situation. My head will not stand a chance. That is for damn sure. Very dangerous. Unfortunately, you only get paid if you live, so you gotta be careful. Of the South. I like the signs in Britain. I understand what they say. The only language, although I can speak a little bit of a lot of different languages, I only really am fluent in English. And that film was scarier than when I saw it back then. Simply because it's more likely to happen in real life than get abducted by a pig-masked psycho. Nerf pig. The pig. Oh, yeah. The Final Destination At least in the, yeah, definitely in the beginning. It was a lot more grounded in reality. But then after a certain amount of time, certain amount of entries, it's like it became a parody of itself. Kind of like Saw. I feel like the first two were really, really good. Really good. But then after that, it just became a joke. Couldn't really take it seriously after that. After like the third one. And then they just kept making them. Oh, and then the most recent one. Well, not the one that just came out, but the one before that one. That one was terrible. I will never forget the final line by the guy who was pretending to be Jigsaw. Like, I speak for the dead. Like, that's not the famous line, dude. Famous line is game over. Then you slam a door. Game over. Scared. Then he's like, I speak for the dead. And he sounds so stupid, man. Like a 12-year-old wrote that line. Yeah, well, anyway. I haven't really seen. I do like that, I do like that the Final Destination did try to do the whole loop back to the original thing at the end. I thought that was pretty unique. Never-ending cycle. Where the main characters of the last movie got on the plane that the original characters were freaking out over, and then they die. As movies with too much franchise will always end up bad. Because what happens is, in the beginning, that's when the creative juices are really, really flowing. Because they got a movie, they got a story they want to tell, and they got things they want to show people. But then once it becomes profitable, that's when the suits come in. That's when the artists and the creators are removed. And then the suits and the accountants come in just like, oh, you know, we can make some money if we follow this formula. And then it's like, nobody wants to watch it. And the movie sucks. Because everything that made it, you know, the franchise, everything that made it memorable, it's been sapped out, sucked out, polished. So clean that there's no originality left, no personality either. Saw, Fast and Furious, Sharknado, Final Destination, pretty much Marvel stuff. Yeah, pretty much everything that goes on for way too long. Oh god, Fast and Furious. That movie sucks. That whole franchise is a joke. Especially Vin Diesel. I don't understand what he's saying half the time. He's like, family. He's like Rambo. No, not Rambo. Wrong Sylvester Stallone character. He's like Rocky. And then the one I remember I watched, what was it? Fast and Furious 9. I can't remember which one it was. And then the movies, it was just a bunch of action scenes and a bunch of throwaway lines like, yeah, I guess we gotta move the plot line. At least he fits the role simply because he got a car pun in his name. Yeah, that's true. It's like Vinny Diesel. Yeah, it's like, hey, it's like the stuff you put in the car. Yeah, it's called gas. What? And the most recent movie I saw with my dad and my brother, it basically boiled down to, you know, dumb want to be bad. And then by the end of the movie, he's like, yo, dumb don't want to be bad no more. The stupidest film I have ever seen. Oh no. And then there's this Jurassic World. I fucking hate that movie. And then there's also the second one, the Jurassic World, whatever it's called. There's like this little girl who was created in a lab. It's like, okay, these dinosaurs, they're gonna take over the world. Millions upon millions of people are gonna die unless we kill them all right now. And so everybody's set up to kill these dinosaurs that are really, really dangerous. Is gonna eradicate humanity. But then the little girl stops and like, no, they're just like me. Like fucking child. Yeet. Yeet the child. No, they are not like you. You idiot. You fucking dumbass. You've doomed this world to extinction. Humanity will cease to exist because you failed to see the difference between a human and a dinosaur. Yes, humans are just as destructive, if not more, but a human can be reasoned with. Can you reason with a dinosaur? I'll give you 5 seconds to come up with an answer. It's a yes or no question, little girl. There's only one right answer. You don't need 5 seconds. Whoops. No offense, but Churchill gibberish is way more understandable than his mumble. Oh yeah, Churchill, Winston Churchill. And then it's new. And then there was nobody in the ignominious. And then that's exactly what we're going to do. We're gonna take this whole soy milk, and we're going to drive where we needed to go. And then it'll be drunk, and by the lactose intolerant. And then there'll be happy. And then they'll have their old milk. And then they're gonna drink it all the way down to their bunks. And I'll put it in their fallout elders. And then that is exactly what we're going to do. Yep. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Be here all week. Anyway, the little girl's like, oh no, they're just like me. No, they're fucking not. Oh look, it's Ika. Ika Nomad. Ika Bohag. Oops, I crashed into Ika Bohag. It's like what is that? Squid. Ika deny distro. Taco dayo. I'm not a squid. I am an octopus. I am the octopus. Anyway, that was supposed to be IKEA. God, I hope it doesn't rain again. I'm not liking the way these clouds are looking. I'm gonna get behind this truck. I don't need to. I'm not a speed demon. I'm not Vin Diesel. And my Dodge Charger. Or my Nissan Skyline or whatever the hell it was he drove. It actually got me thinking, why is his name Squidward when he's an octopus? Octoword sounds stupid. I think that might be it. Octoword. But then they could have called him Octavius. No, Octavius doesn't sound as cool as Squidward. They really wanted that pun. So, but he's an octopus. Yeah, but pun. Pun is funny. It's like, you know what? Yeah, pun is funny. But that is a good question. Why Squidward? I think the voice actor even talked about that. It's like, I guess Octoword didn't work out in the writer's room. And then I guess that's just that. Squidward. You know, I heard that when you're a kid, oh yeah, can't call him Octavius, because then you're gonna compare him to Dr. Octopus. Damn. That's owned by Marvel. Oh man, lost my train of thought here. I guess okay, I found it. Found my train of thought. So I guess when you're a kid, you relate more to SpongeBob. But as you grow older, you realize Squidward had it right all along. You become more like Squidward. So it's kind of like SpongeBob is Squidward of the past. Squidward is SpongeBob of the future. The customer orders the food, and then we cook the food, and then the customer gets the food. We do this for 25 years, and then we die. That doesn't sound like a bad deal to me. What do you say? And I would have to agree with Squidward. That doesn't sound like a bad deal. Except there's one part that he's missing. I don't want to do the same thing. I don't want to cook food. I want to eat food. I want to order food, but I never want to, I don't want to cook it for a living. That does remind me, there's this mini, like Pizza Hut at the Target I work at during the week. All the food there is frozen. But I'm not food certified, so I never get assigned to work there. But the guys and girls who do, they say like none of the food is fresh. It's all frozen. So what they do is they just put it in the microwave for like, I think 10, 12 minutes. The pizza, the breadsticks, everything. It's actually a fan theory that people in Bikini Bottom has a bad taste of art because Squidward is talented in sculpture and painting, not the music though, but the results wasn't that bad. He is able to create masterpieces. People don't appreciate bold and brash. Nobody. Well, then when SpongeBob was able to draw like freakishly realistic humans, I guess that would be like the cartoon equivalent to drawing anime. It's like, nobody looks like that. You're wasting your time. You just throw it away. But I would have to agree, Squidward's got some pretty unique stuff. Microwave makes us closer to the future. Spy Kids. There we go. Yeah. They're able to just pop in like some kind of dehydrated tablet into some device, and then boom, Big Mac meal, large fries, super sized fries. Holy shit! I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Allergies. It's like the pollen has declared war on my mucous membranes. I shall never be comfortable again. I mean, even cinnamon roll dough now as a package. Oh yeah. I actually saw a cinnamon roll employee at a mall, because there is a cinnamon roll, I guess franchise restaurant in the mall near my work. It's like right across the street down the road. I saw them like pull a whole bunch of little dough pieces out of the freezer. They do not make anything by hand. Nothing. That was not a red light violation. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, microwaves are the way to the future. Could you imagine being able to have cinnamon roll or Pizza Hut, or like in Back to the Future? They had these little tiny Pizza Hut pizza discs, and they put it in a rehydrator, and then bam, Pizza Hut pizza. Delicious. Oh, let's do it. Nah. Yeah, I'm an enthusiast now. Alright, let's get some more dangerous stuff. Actually, no. Let's do long distance. Deliveries up to 341 miles. 10% higher reward for delivery distances longer than... Let's go fragile cargo. Yeah, did it. On to the next. They got their delivery of soy milk. Excuse me. Post packages. 11 tons. Let's do it. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. Excuse me. Music, you know, I've never really paid attention to the music in this game. It's just kind of in the background. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like, doesn't really stand out at all, at least to me. Everything's frozen. Nothing's fresh anymore. Oh, even at Wendy's, the only thing that's fresh is the meat, but it's like super salty. Everything else is frozen though. It's gonna be cool if they have radio just like GTA. You could do that, but then I get DMCA. But it would have been really cool if they did it that way. Excuse me, sorry. Oh yeah, hold on. Alright, what kind of truck am I driving today? Looks like a Renault. Oh, it's another bed. That looks like a nice bed. I like these trucks. They've got nice beds and curtains and everything. Alright, time to deliver mail. Lots of mail from overseas. Somebody's Hatsune Miku figure could be in here. Gotta deliver this in a timely manner. Or who knows, maybe it's like a... what was the name of the purple pony? Fuck if I know. Yeah, we gotta get one of those pony things. To this well-adjusted normal person so they can do responsible things with it. It's gonna remind me, do you watch anime? I haven't watched, I know this might sound really weird, but I haven't watched anime in a while now. I know that's weird because I'm like an anime dude. I'm an anime man on the internet, but I haven't watched anime in a while. I watched a couple of episodes of Cyberpunk. Just the first couple. And then the last anime I've watched from beginning to end was probably JoJo Part 4, which was a long time ago. I'm almost done with Part 5. I haven't watched Part 6. Me too, actually. I think I stopped watching anime from 2018. But then Konosuba Season 3 comes out of the Blue Archive. Ooh, very nice. I've heard Konosuba being described as how your D&D sessions really go. Like the most realistic D&D session there is. Konosuba. So I've seen clips of it and I'd say, yeah, that's pretty, I'd say that nails it. But I've seen like 100 episodes of Gintama. Sorry, sir, you gotta wait. I'm delivering a post. Like, my favorite reference was definitely the Neo Armstrong Cyclone Jet Armstrong cannon. But it's basically just a dick. It's a dick and balls made out of snow. It kind of served as a parody of any isekai. Yeah, you are the weakest person in the team. You have no harem and have to do 9 to 5 just to get a meal. Yeah, that would be a terrible, terrible isekai. They should never make it. And then they did. I did watch, oh, you know, that does remind me, I did watch some One Punch Man. But I never got around to watching the second season. And I never finished the first season either. I don't know. I know this is a little bit controversial, but I could never... Oh, shit. I need my wipers. There we go. I can't get into My Hero Academia. I love the character designs, but it's just like... Maybe it's because I'm burned out from the whole superhero thing, but I could just never get into it. I tried watching the first season, and I got through it, but it's just like, I just don't want to watch them. I just don't want to watch more. And I think it is because I watch so many superhero movies. It's just like, I don't want to watch more. I don't want to watch more superheroes. I don't think Deku is that interesting of a protagonist. Because he's just this too goody two-shoes. It's like, yeah, he struggles, yeah, he gets stronger, but it's like, I don't know, I want something different. Maybe I'll watch Jujutsu Kaisen or something like that. Oh, and then there's also the One Piece. It's like, I could never watch it. Because I'm already, the moment you start, you're like 40 years behind. It's like, that's a boomer anime. It's like, that is no excuse, buddy. You pay your respects. It's like, yeah, but I'm 40 years behind. I'm like 30 years behind on the anime. I'm never catching up. And I don't want to devote 30 years to just one thing. The thing about My Hero Academia is just has a very shonen plot. Yes! I want to be the strongest person! With no particular reason. Plus the fandom. Oh god. The fans are the worst. The normie fans are like the worst kinds of anime fans there are. Because then they have like stupid things like, this is my comfort character. And then they'll like fight you tooth and nails like, this is the best anime in the world. They make Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood fans look reasonable in comparison. It's like, oh, I fixed the enemy designs. It's like, I made him fat and he's got a bunch of like really, really ugly hair now. Oh, and his arms and legs make him look like Slender Man. This is proportionate to the people I've seen in real world. Yeah, you tell yourself that, buddy. Okay, I'm making all that up, but people get carried away with their anime stuff. It's like, can't you just enjoy this? Can't you just enjoy it and not force it down people's throats? Deku and Bakugo is the best ship, while those two clearly want to unalive each other. Exactly. It's like, I never understand those ships. It's like, I'm all for any kind of ship. Gay, straight, I don't care. But when it makes literally no sense, or if that is all, literally all you talk about, and all you enforce everywhere you go, it's like, you suck. Period. And then when you have like a majority, like a good portion of the internet fandom doing that, of any given, of like the anime, it's like, I don't want, it's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna watch it. I mean, did that stop me from buying the Mina skin? No, it didn't. Because I like her. I like that character. Do I wish they kept her original design in Fortnite? Yeah. I do. 'Cause I think she's pretty hot. But you know, I still bought this game because I think she looks cool. And then, yeah, but no, I could just never get it. And then there's also, oh wait, no, Red, you gotta watch this sports arc. It's so good. It's like, yeah, I bet it is. I can't wait to get to it. When is it? Oh, is it season 4? Season 4? What do you mean season 4? I just finished season 1. You mean there's 3 more of these things? No, man. I'm not or was it season 3? I don't know. I just know this is like season 4? Season 3? That's still 2 more seasons? I can't watch that. I'm not gonna watch all those. I don't have the time, man. I work. I stream. I'm an anime man on the internet. I don't have time to watch. I don't have time to watch 4 years worth of content before it gets good. It should be good now. But no, it's like My Hero Academia is good. There's clearly some quality in it. But can I want to watch other things too. It's like I want to finish Cyberpunk. I think Rebecca's really cute. I like her. I got a soft spot for the short adult girls. The short tomboy women. I like those. I guess Fate series fan is way more reasonable. Even though one of them told me, you'll have to watch it at least once in your life. I was like, Family Guy sounds fine in comparison. Now, original Family Guy, that was good. But then it turned into, like many things, it just went on for too long. And you can just tell the writers and the creators just don't want to be working on it anymore. But they need the paycheck. And then they keep renewing it, so they keep making it. I know Gintama had a great lesson on why shows will go on for too long and what happens to them over time. And they also have some pretty in-depth lessons about why your favorite anime sucks now, but then the manga is still good because the anime has caught up to the manga. So then they take the risk by having a filler arc that's exclusive to the anime, but then they ran the risk of hiring people that didn't really understand the essence of the anime or the manga. So then the anime ratings tank, but then the manga sales are still pretty good. They have a good job in keeping Seth MacFarlane too. Oh yes, it's bad for him because this role is so nailed to Family Guy. Absolutely, yeah. He is a fantastic comedian, fantastic writer. And it really is just a shame that he is effectively creatively stifled, as they say. Like he's not allowed to really spread his wings and prosper because he's stuck with Family Guy. And then when he does get to create things like that one Star Trek parody that he had, it was really bad. It tried to pretend that it was more clever than it was, but I get this feeling that it wasn't allowed to be as clever as he wanted it to be. Because they didn't want a true Star Trek parody on Fox. They wanted basically just a live-action Family Guy out of him. And it's like, man, I can't even remember what it was called. I do remember one episode where it was just like, oh, well, how did it go? Because Seth himself Oh, just like what Marvel did to Robert Downey Jr. He's stuck in Stark character to the point that Doolittle feels like ancient Stark who can speak with animals. Oh yeah. It's like you just cannot. That character is like permanently associated with that thing. When you look at Robert Downey Jr., it's like, oh my God, it's Tony Stark. Although these days when I see him, because of the memes, I just see, oh look, it's stuff. You know, from that meme, it's like, oh, sorry, I'm late. I was doing stuff. And then Robert Downey Jr., a picture of Robert Downey Jr. is there, and he's like, I'm stuff. It's like, oh my God, no. But that, you know, that's beside the point. God damn it, not another toll. Can I just ran into this thing? Start of toll road, keep the ticket. Press the following key. Stuffed. I'm stuffed. So, oh my God, no. And then there was there's a subreddit where they use a picture of Robert Downey Jr. to explain the meme. Because it's just this meme that's like really cursed and really bad. And then they would have Robert Downey Jr. at the end explain the meme. Sometimes it's like a whole bunch of people saying a bunch of nonsense. Like, oh, toilet break? Oh yeah, go right ahead. There's a bunch of people saying nonsense, and it was like, and then at the end he just says one word. It's like racism, and that's the joke. Just as an example, it's like he needs to touch grass. Or they'll have somebody say, you know who else has amnesia? You know who else has amnesia? It's just that over and over and over again. And then stuff at the end, he says, he has amnesia. Ugh. It's not funny when I say it out loud. You get the gist. Shit. But yeah, don't try to put gas in your car while it's still running. It could explode. I think. I don't actually know what'll happen if your car is running and you put gas. And I want to crawl in the back and fall asleep. Privilege. At least that's what I think it says. Your fuel expenses are covered by your employer. Thank you very much. Well, they even have posted speed limits for when it's raining and when it's sunny. God, we could use those in the US. I remember today, even on the highway, some people, as soon as it started raining, people would like slam on the brake. Sorry, that was loud. They would slam on the brake. It's like, oh my God, holy shit! And then we got stuck behind a Honda Civic. We drove underneath, it was raining. He drove underneath a bridge. You know, it's covered, there's no rain going there. And as soon as he got on the other side, he was slammed on the brakes. He's like, holy shit, rain! It's like, yeah, buddy. That's the same rain you were driving before the bridge. It didn't go away. Oh my God, dude. Fuck. What the fuck are they doing over here? I successfully forced the red van to slam on his brakes and fear for his life. I'm only 59 minutes away from my destination. That's nice. Alright. I'll take a ticket. Give me a ticket. Give ticket. Ka-chicka, ka-chicka. You know, that reminds me, I had a substitute teacher in high school. Takes me way back. He talked about how he lived in Russia. How the subway gates, they would only close if you didn't pay. So what would happen is the gate would just stay there. It would stay open. And you would pay, and you would walk through the gate. The gate would not close because you paid. So the gate would, but if you didn't pay, but you tried to get through the gate anyway, ka-chicka, kaboom! Gate would close. And it would close like really, really hard. You would like slam right into the gate. You had to pay. And I thought, yeah, that's a great way to work. That's a great way for it to work. But in the United States, the gate closes. You put the payment in, the gate opens. Person walks through, and then the gate closes again. And then you described it as it would go ka-chicka, ka-chicka, ka-chicka. And so it was constantly opening and closing, opening and closing. And because of that, the parts would wear down. And so it would need maintenance more often. You're back? Hello, welcome back, welcome back. I was talking about subway gates. So I had a high school substitute teacher who described this subway station in Russia. The gate would remain open. You would put it in your payment, and then you would walk through the gate. Gate would stay open, wouldn't move. But if you try to run through the gate without paying, slam, the gate would close, and with a lot of force. So you would just like slam right into the gate until you paid. I thought, okay, great. That is a great way to run a system. But then here in the United States, our the subways, what few we have, the gate is closed. You make the payment, the gate opens. You walk through, the gate closes again. Next person pays, it opens again. And he described it as it would go, basically go ka-chicka, 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 ka-chicka. Yeah, ka-chicka, ka-chicka, ka-chicka. And so it's constantly moving. And because of that, it wears down faster. It needs to go under maintenance. So then they have to close gates because they need to fix the gates. In Russia, the gates only ever move when they have to. And I think that's really nice. And so because of that, they don't need maintenance as often. I don't know why. I heard Subway recently have National Guard for security. You're not wrong. Oh yeah, because there was some guy, I think it was a Kansas City. I can't remember if it was the Super Bowl or the World Series. But basically in Kansas City, I think. Yeah, Kansas City. They were having a celebration of their championship because their team won the championship. It was either baseball or Super Bowl. I can't remember. No, I think it was baseball. In the subway, somebody like pulled out a gun and started shooting at people. And so because of that incident, every subway has the National Guard just patrolling the area. It's like, yeah, it's like, but I don't. There are no subways where I live, but I can imagine it's already stressful getting through the subway in the U.S. anywhere. That guy who tried to shoot and kill people, he didn't help. He didn't do anybody any favors at all. Yeah, it's bad. Very bad. Oh, but that's depressing. Oh, it's depressing. Like, it's really bad. Very bad. I can't elaborate any further because unfortunately, gun control is considered a political issue in the United States. So I have elected, I am not brave enough for politics. So I've elected to just barrel through, as they say. Man, TGX. Man, there's a truck called Man. That's cool. Fortunately, there are no subways in here, but we have the railroad through the main road, and unfortunately, the one who guards the gate is either locals or maybe a thug. Damn. That's not good. So it's basically like a rent-a-guard that the company paid. Because we do have railroads and monorails in the U.S., but it's like they never go anywhere you need to go, and the stations are never anywhere near. Oh shit, where'd he come from? Yeah, the stations are never anywhere near where you want to go. Because they just don't build anything around where the stations would be. And that's just no good. I want to see what's over there. Let's go see what's over there. Recruitment agency. Cool. Uh-oh, I think I fucked myself. There we go. Blam. Go, go, go. There we go. Excuse me, sir. There we go. Yeah, that sounds like it sucks. It's not, actually, you know what? That railroad you described sounds like how it works in New York. New York City. Online taxi apparently is the safest public transportation in here, simply because minibus is also controlled by a local thug. Damn, it sucks. You know, it's just one of those things where you feel like, I wish my Congress people would focus on the main issues instead of stupid things like banning menthol cigarettes or unbanning menthol cigarettes. It's like, yeah, that's great, but what about my fucking subway being driven by a thug on the streets? What about whether or not the bus is a reliable mode of transportation? Fucking cigarettes? TikTok? Really? How am I supposed to feel good about that, How am I supposed to feel good about any of this? These are nothing burgers. I mean, I understand celebrating the small victories and all, but they don't really feel like victories at all. Because they're not I don't feel like their fight's worth having in the first place. Anyway, yeah, because yeah. So what I'm saying is, you were presenting a real issue. I don't know. I just hope they do something. I hope your government does something about it. Sooner rather than later. Because from what I understand, Reddit is banned in Indonesia, correct? I once have a ride in a minibus. It's the safest position because it's close to the driver, safe from thug attacks. The downside, smoke. Yes, most of our drivers smoke while riding. Yeah, that really does suck. I've heard that there is a rise in the usage of vapes in Southeast Asia, if I'm not mistaken. A whole lot of people just started using vapes. That sucks, man. And I know that cigarette smoking is still a thing, and it's still a pretty big thing in Japan and Southeast Asian countries. Like here in the US, there's a big old crackdown about it. And the taxes are astronomical, and a lot of companies are struggling. And that is the point of the taxes. But at the same time, there is one brand that's still making a lot of profits. It's Marlboro. They pretty much own all the nicotine products that are used overseas. But I could be very mistaken. Man. They did ban Reddit, but allow online casino to roam, which is a way more critical problem because it does, for real, comically disrupt our economy. Yeah. Sports gambling is the worst thing to ever happen. Gambling in general is the worst thing to ever happen. Oh, but you know, they banned Reddit because there's porn on it. Oh, but I bet you can still use Twitter. Oh yeah, you can still use Twitter. It's like, but there's porn on Twitter. It's like, yeah, but the politicians, they use Twitter, don't they? Oh, they. Because it's like here in the U.S., our Congress people are trying to ban TikTok because they don't even know Twitter and pretty much Discord. They're doomed to have another Italian Congress meeting all over again. Like, oh yeah, you know, Tony. You know, Udin. He's pretty good with technology. And he hijacks the meeting room and he starts playing porn. It's like, oh yeah, this reminds me of Italy. Oh god. It's like we're never asking Udin to tech support again. No, it really did happen in Italy. Because one of the congressmen, one of the senators, he had I can't remember if it was his, it was one of his nephews. It's like, oh yeah, he's really good with tech. And what happened was he leaked the meeting code to somebody, one of his friends. And then they just started playing porn during the Senate meeting. And because they were old and decrepit, they had no idea what to do. So for like a good 30 minutes, it was just like a really good animation of Tifa Lockhart getting plowed from behind during a Congress senator meeting. Yeah, the Tifa one. And then for like a couple seconds, Xiangling, whatever her name is, from Genshin. Xiangling. She was having a lot. She was gonna have some fun with some hilichurls before they finally cut it. Before they finally regained control of the meeting. Yeah, they're doomed to have something like that happen. And then here in the U.S. they're trying to ban TikTok. Yeah, he had very good taste. Those are some chef's kiss animations. Better than some professional companies, I would say. Could not pick finer animations to crash a congressional meeting at Italy. But yeah, here in the U.S., our Congress people are trying to ban TikTok because they're afraid. It's like, oh, the Chinese, they're gonna steal our data and they're gonna use it against us. It's like, who do you think Facebook sells the data to? This guy's trying to break check me, and I just got tired of him. See, it didn't even find me. It's perfectly legal to do what I just did. So I didn't see him. Oopsie poopsie. And then they actually did pass that bill. It's like, oh, TikTok, if you don't sell a portion of your company to an American business, you're gonna be banned. It was, oh, but they didn't count on something. The Chinese owner, the owner of TikTok, they didn't count on him doing one thing: actually knowing how the laws work in the U.S. And so he appealed, because you can do that. It's just fucking stupid. It's like, people are starving. There are people being turned away at homeless shelters. People are struggling to pay their bills. Student loans are astronomically high. But yeah, no, go right ahead. Go right ahead and ban fucking TikTok. Restore our faith in our government. Go right ahead. Well, aside of the controversy, banning TikTok won't stop the stupidity of content. Exactly. It's just gonna move somewhere else. Or people are gonna use VPNs to download it from somewhere else. Because do you know where it's still gonna be legal to use? Canada. Just set your location to Canada. Download the app. Use it there. Oh God. It's not gonna fix anything. It's not gonna do anything. YouTube Shorts is basically just TikToks. They're TikToks, man. Or they're a ripoff of TikToks. Same content. Same bullshit. Same things that keep me awake until 4 in the morning every day. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. I'm just like dumping a whole bunch of stuff that makes me upset. Pet peeves, you know, they're just like they're like nothing burgers. They're like silly little things, but it's like silly little things build up over time. It's just like, how am I supposed to? Again, I say, how am I supposed to feel good about the people who run my country if they're making dumbass decisions like this? And then I go back to the menthol cigarettes. There was a whole thing. I don't want to say my president's name because just the mention of his name makes people go into a frenzy. So I'm just not going to say it. Everyone knows who he is. I'm an American. Current president's name. Current president wants to ban menthol cigarettes. So he did. And then he walked it back a couple days ago. I was like, oh God. What was the point of that? Every time I open YouTube Shorts, guys pointing caption without saying anything. AI narration on stolen content, and pretty much that Indonesian remix AMV that broke my eardrum. I hate AI voices. I hate it. They're the reason I don't have. They're the reason I don't do voice acting. I can't do voice acting anymore. It's pretty much a lot of the things that I would use to, when I was a voice actor, a lot of the things that I would audition for and get the role of is narrating YouTube videos. Like silly little things. Sometimes paid, sometimes not. I can't tell you where those narration videos are. I have no clue. But then as soon as AI voices kicked in, I just never saw those auditions open. I could never land the role because it was just so much easier for people to just throw it in an AI voice modulator and then bam. And because the videos are so meaningless, it doesn't really matter. But it was still experience, and a lot of people are going to miss out on that experience because of AI voices. And I just figured it was better to spend my time on other things. Because I felt like it was just time. I'd already been doing it for like 7 years at that point. So I just figured it was time to move on. Well, anyway. Yeah, that's just the YouTube remixes. Oh, there was something I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was. Whoa, sorry, sir. Uh-oh. There we go. On the road again. There we go. Speaking about cigarettes, Indonesia has a big problem with it. Yeah, it's just like people. You know, I have 6 uncles on my father's side. 4 of them smoke. 1 of them quit, and the 6th one is Mormon. So he doesn't smoke, but they all smoke. And my dad, that's chew tobacco. He chews tobacco. He had a relapse recently. 10 years sober. 10 years without chew. Yeah, he relapsed. It's a very difficult habit to kick, especially in this time and especially in these days. So I'm not surprised that cigarettes are becoming a problem. And then tobacco companies in the U.S. is like, oh yeah, okay, we can't do business here. Let's just go someplace where there's not much legislation. And it makes sense that they would go overseas. Oh, I bet it smells terrible everywhere you go. Just the stink of smoke. Gross smoke. Just don't do it. It makes all your feelings worse. But you know that. Oh, anyway, it just, cigarettes don't help. They make what you're trying to relieve yourself of feel worse. Oh, it's an Enka. Ho. Thank goodness for flat nose trucks. Yeah, pretty sad actually, because tobacco companies is one of our strongest economic power. The impact, it's not uncommon to see a 10-year-old like, oh god, dude. No. That's gonna stunt his growth. It's gonna do all kinds of. That was a very close one, yeah. I almost hit that truck, but no, that's not good. 10-year-old smoking cigarettes. That's not good. That's not. That's a sign. That's a bad omen. It's a bad thing. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go anyway. So, oh, red light there, red light. Well, anyway. No. That's the sort of thing that makes you lose faith in humanity. The kids smoking cigarettes. Ooh. No way. That's not good. No. Come on. And it just makes you think, how did they get them? It's like a probably in them. Oh man, I don't know, man. I remember there was a lot of kids in my high school that smoked cigarettes. So I don't really understand the appeal. The biggest impact I can see through smoking is you age faster. My uncle's my mom's middle sibling, but he's like 10 times older in looks and already has gray hair. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember my uncle had like not Snow White hair, but he definitely had gray hair in his 30s. But he started smoking in high school. It's just the lack of oxygen in your body. Except it creates stress and it ages your body faster. It's not worth it. Uh-oh. Computer processors. Also a famous 20-year-old man that looks like a 40, even his dad calls him sir. Oh man, he only has himself to blame. I know my brother, he had a friend. He started smoking both cigarettes and weed when he was in high school. He's only like, I think 25 years old. He needs a respirator. He's like attached to an oxygen tank now. You know how in those commercials where you see people, you see like really old people? Well, here in the US we have commercials, anti-smoking commercials with old people like attached to an oxygen tank. It's like your freedom is only is the length of your oxygen tube. Well, he's in his mid-20s and he's stuck to one now because he smoked like a smokestack. He ruined his throat. Pretty much cooked it. It's not a pretty thing to see. How do I go from something as depressing as the horrors of smoking to just talking about delivering juicy sausages? Delicious sausages. Alright, just one more score. Next. Oh, we can deliver more soy milk from Paris to Brussels. Oh, we can finally get to Germany. Brussels to Cologne. Let's go to Brussels to Cologne. Forklifts. Anti-smoking commercial, and here is actually to have a big point. Smoking is the first gate to another substance. Oh, absolutely. It's what they call a gateway drug. Like in the US, we have a big fentanyl problem. And it's very difficult. Fentanyl is the worst thing to get addicted to. Because it is so easy So easy to overdose because it's just that potent of a drug. And because it's so potent, it's very difficult to treat properly. So if you overdose on fentanyl, you're pretty much toast. You're dead. There's very little doctors can do for you. And then there's just a lot of people overdosing. And then all the ads are like, oh, there's an epidemic in the United States of foreign fentanyl use. And it just irks me. It's like, it implies like it's only bad because it's foreign fentanyl. But you know, domestic fentanyl, that's perfectly fine. It's just so silly to make it to put so much emphasis on the fact that it's a foreign fentanyl. It's like, that doesn't fucking matter, dude. You're focusing on the wrong thing. Fentanyl's fentanyl. Just like how dead is dead. Well, anyway. People who get hooked... that commercial does have a point. Talking about this makes me think that we are so lucky. Absolutely. Absolutely. That we weren't drawn to the... I guess the allure of addictive drugs. It's like, no matter how bad things get, he's like, you know, some people have it worse. Like, seriously worse. Definitely reminds me to count my blessings. That's for sure. This shit's scary. Anything illegal is illegal for a reason. Yeah, because sometimes it's not the things that are illegal. It's not about just the government telling you what you can and cannot do. It's like it is the government trying to protect you from very dangerous things. Oh, sends a chill down my spine. What is this? What am I hauling? Oh, I'm hauling a ventilation shaft. The game wants me to turn off my engine on the freeway. It won't matter how high you are. If you plow into a truck that just turned its engine off for no reason, you're going to die. It won't be because of the drugs, it'll be because of the impact. Reminds me of that one case of 13 deaths because of an alcoholic mixture. Alcohol is illegal here, so the alternative, they use petrol? Fucking petrol? I mean, I know of some junkies here in town. They would huff, they would huff petrol, because it's just for the fumes to get a little buzz. But oh shit, they're drinking it. That's bad for you, man. The fumes are terrible for your lungs, and oh man, depending on where you get the gas, there could be lead in it still. You could fucking die. It would be better to just try and like illegally import whiskey or something. Man. York. I do remember there was a time where alcohol was illegal in the U.S. Prohibition, and then it gave birth to the rise of moonshine, And it was a very dangerous drink. It would make people blind. I know it smells good, but they pretty much mix some kind of fermentation with petrol, so it has a kick. Yeah, a kick to the afterlife. A one-way ticket to hell. One-way ticket to the highway to hell, man. And what happened was they would make moonshine. But the dangers of moonshine is that when you drink something that was amateur made, there's this type of alcohol that's usually like boiled away. It's a very dangerous type of alcohol that could make you like permanently blind, or have like you could die if you consume it. So like real artisans who create alcohol, they know just how long to boil the alcohol so that that particular alcohol evaporates away, and it's just not going to be an issue. But then moonshiners, well, you know, they're amateurs. They didn't know to burn that off. So people were like, they would illegally buy moonshine from these hillbilly hicks in Kentucky or Florida, and then would drink it, and then they would get really, really sick. And then there was another thing where there were a bunch of people in like the American South, the Southeast. They would like pimp out their cars so that they would go really, really, really fast, so that the police officers wouldn't even bother trying to chase after them if they caught them at trying to deliver moonshine to people. It's like, yeah, he's got moonshine, alcohol's illegal, but I'm not gonna try and catch him. Look at him, he's already gone. And then once they made alcohol legal again, all these moonshiners with their souped up cars is like, what if we drove in a giant circle? And then bam, NASCAR. That's how NASCAR was born. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes, oh man, I don't know, man. It just sucks. Things suck. But we still have our health, right? No? For the most part, we're okay. Look, things do suck sometimes. I think that one mojito made from mint candy and Sprite sounds better. I think you're right. It does sound pretty delicious. Good mojitos is made from either rum. Oh, come on, I just turned them on. Headlight violation. Yeah, good mojitos made with fresh mint leaves. Or sometimes you can use a mint candy. Sprite. I think we're into the late night boys talk. Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's like 3 a.m. where I am. We're talking about death. Talking about illegal alcohol. And how we're glad we made it out alive. But yeah, like a good mojito is made from like a tequila or a rum if you prefer. Maybe a clear one. And some mint leaves. Early night, anime and games, midnight, something serious. Absolutely, yeah. That's the way, yeah, that's just the way to do it. My streams don't follow any other formula. That's how we do it here on the Red Deer channel. That's how the Deere troop does it. Although I never really decided on a name for the fans. I mean, for you guys. There were some ideas that floated around, but in 2 months it'll be a year and a half that I've been streaming and I still don't have a fan name. I mean, a fan name. I've just kind of decided to call you guys Deere Troop, but nothing was ever set in stone. Pretty fun though, even though we're talking something that much many VTubers wouldn't. Sorry to bring it up. No, you've got nothing to apologize for. Like, I have this philosophy that conversations, they don't need to go in any direction in particular. They just go. And if this is where it goes, this is where it goes. Soon, dearie, I am not calling you that. No. No. I like the pun, but I'm not calling you that. No. Dearests? No. That reminds me too much of what? No, I'm not gonna do that. That's like, no, that's cringe. It's like it brings to mind Nerissa. Ravencroft. She's cool. She's funny. But you know, I don't wanna, when it comes to naming schemes, I don't wanna take her as inspiration. My dear. No, that's awful. No. Keep trying. Madere? Madere toi. No. Excuse me. Oh no, Madere toi. No. First off, there's a lot more than 3 of you. There's at least 4 of you. And second, no, I'm not gonna name you after sex position. No, it's not my style. Antlers? Sound cool? It's like that one Mendigo movie. Just something simple like antlers. The antlers. Yeah, lots to think about. Antlers. The Adam Sandlers. Nah. But antlers, that's a good base to build off of. I can see the moon. I gotta go. Sandaldeer? Ooh, Chandelier. Chandelier. Bandledeer. No, that's too violent. Like a bandolier, where you keep your bullets when you're hunting. Looks like I have to open a Deere encyclopedia. Yeah, there's all kinds of different stuff. All kinds of different puns that we can pull off. The only limit is our imaginations. Wonder if I'll be able to afford a truck after this. Like my own truck. This time I came here, I thought you were Canadian because, you know, moose. Yeah, you know, and then another thing was Red Deer is the name of a city in Canada. Red Deer. And then that would be a logical conclusion. And I don't exactly have a very neutral way of speaking either. It's like, but not very typical of what you would hear from someone from West Coast United States. Or maybe it is. I've never really paid attention. Yeah, no. It's perfectly fine to think that way. Because, you know, deer, you don't associate that. Most Americans don't associate with deer. Unless they're hunting them. But to actually be one, that's a very Canadian thing to do. But no, I'm not a moose. Although a moose is a kind of deer. Yeah, a moose is a kind of deer. Same with reindeer. Reindeer or deer. But no, I'm a red deer, which is an actual deer, which is found in the most places in the world, which is part of the reason why I picked it. The deer. Let's put the skill point in. High value hardware. We're gonna check out the used trucks. I guess it's alright. Got a bunch of junk. DAF space. Normal roof. Highway. Euro XL. Active space. Normal. I guess I'll save my money a little longer. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it here. My throat's starting to kill me. Excuse me. I don't know if I'm coming down with something or if it's just allergies. Yeah. Have a good one. Thank you very much. You have a good one too. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, I got a new end card. I put together a new end card. I'd like to think it's like simple is usually best. At least that's the way I like to. That's the way I like to put things together. Well, I also had a new open card, a new starting card, but I didn't. I put together a new one. Where is the end one? There it is. I guess I'm just gonna put it on for a little bit. I don't know if you saw the beer. Yeah, here's the BRB. Yeah, I have a proper BRB screen again. Because I used to just put just like text. I'm great. But yeah, you have a good one too. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good. It's like, I don't know. Simple is best, I feel. I never really liked big, fancy, elaborate things. Never wanted them either. I just preferred like a straight to the point. Subtlety. Undervalued in today's world, I feel. Anyway, my throat's starting to really hurt now. So I'll go lay down until I fall asleep. I'll see ya. Thank you very much for coming, Ridier. And anyone else who stopped by. Anybody else who stopped by. I really do appreciate it. Next stream, Monday. Same time as always. I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And to the VOD watchers, thank you once again. Every now and again, I remembered to thank everybody. Yeah, I'm just gonna be rambling for a bit. You can, it's okay. You can leave. You don't have to stay. You don't have to stay. I'm just gonna be rambling for a bit. Excuse me. No, no, that's it. That's all I got. All right, I'll see you. Bye.